Yeah, do my friends find me a burden? Do they find me immature but just never had the guts to say it? Like, that's how deep in how my mind was running every day. Like, I couldn't, because I was so mad and so depressed and so upset and was just over everything. Hi everyone, I am back again with another video. I know, I am back again. It's good to see me. I know, who would have missed his face? I know I wouldn't, right? But I'm back again. In serious note, this time I focused on my last video where I posted just some of my top favorite fragrances of 2025 or for the winter. This video will be a different video. I will be doing a story time of part 2 of my grad school friend experience. Before I start, you guys know the deal. You know the deal, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And let's get started. Oh, if you're watching this is part 2 of my grad school friendship video. Part 1 I discussed basically how, for those who are going to grad school, or entering school and academia, like how sometimes friendship can be a learning experience. In my personal experience, and I did a story about how I met someone who I was close with and then something happened at graduation, and I left off by stating that, like, basically my whole grade sat together and I wasn't aware if it was unintentionally, intentionally, like they sat together, and I wasn't aware of that. And I left off with where I wanted to have a conversation with the person, and of course, because I'm not gonna say, oh my god, I wasn't hurt. Yeah, I was hurt. The person and I, we created a friendship. If any of my friends did that, I would have been very upset, because one of my things is I don't like being left out, and I know that feeling of being left out. And my goal is, if I ever make friends, I don't want anyone to be left out. And if they ever do, which I always try not to at least have a conversation with me about it. But I always try not to make sure people I care about be left out. And I wanted to have a conversation with him because it's like, I felt left out, and you're my friend. And I feel like it's best that I talk to you, because I feel like we're at that level where we've both gotten to know each other very well. I feel like I feel comfortable around you, and vice versa. I think it's fair, and we've had previous conversation about other things and you handled it very well. And this is me expressing it out of like love and concern, never towards like anger to you. Just like, hey, I want to talk to you about this. So this, I don't think you guys understand this. I think just my whole story that I explained throughout my channels, every story time I've done, mind you, this has happened, all the friendship story, the first one from the sweet mates to the club thing has happened from like spring of junior year to literally the moment I'm walking across stage to grab my bachelor's degree. So it's literally a year and a half, and so much has happened. And right after that, I went to grad school. I didn't take a year. I didn't take a time off, which I recommend someone do if you're into grad school. Like, if you're thinking about going to grad school, take time off. But literally, I'm jumping right in. I'm in grad school. I'm like, I'm in a new environment. I'm in a new space. Put things in the past. And for this to happen, I'm like thinking, like, damn, am I really a bad person? I'm not perfect. But it's like, is there people feeling a level of uncomfort with me that they don't want to talk to me? Are people faking it? Like, even like with my friends, I'm like, damn, like, am I really a bad person? People can't talk to me about something, or don't feel well, or they're just trying to be nice and being fake. But I was like, no, I feel like we've had a genuine friendship. I appreciate everything that they've done for me, especially when I was under stress out about grades. Like, he was very supportive and very like willing to support. And I write hard, and I love people who I love, like friends, people who I meet, who I feel comfortable with. I write hard for them, and I love hard overall. Even if it's like someone I met for a month, like, I love hard, and I will support and like appreciate every moment. So then, okay, let me reach out to him. It's probably miscommunication. Nothing happened, and it impacted me that night graduation. Like, I was losing my mind. I just wasn't at a right headspace. Mind you, graduation, you're supposed to be happy. I can't even focus. I can't be happy around my friends and family because I'm so thinking about that situation. But with me, I need clarity, right? So I texted him the night of graduation. I'm like, hey, hope you're doing well. I don't mean to bother you. Hope you have time to talk. I want to say congratulations first, but also want to see if you have time to talk to discuss something. He's like, yeah, FaceTime me tonight. No response. I'm like, I get it. Things are busy. You're graduating, whatever. So then like 2 weeks go by, and I sent a text like, hey, hope you're doing well. It's really great getting to know you. I really would like to hang out this summer. If not, I hope you have a good summer. He's like, yeah, just say the word. So I'm like, oh, thinking back, I'm like, I should have been more clear, but thinking back, I wanted to meet in person to discuss the situation. So I was like, hey, are you free Memorial Day weekend to discuss or just to meet up? No response. I'm like, okay. But then I saw on his Instagram that he had a family event. I'm like, makes sense. Then around June, I text him, no response again. And a lot of people by then like you try 3 times, stop. But at that time, I'm like, oh, I feel comfortable. I still feel like we're still friends. You said it, your word. If someone says that they want to talk to you, connect as a friend, you'd be like, okay, let's do it. So then nothing in June. So the past time I've reached out to him has been once a month, right? So then July hits, and I texted him. I'm like, hey, do you have like, right now I was being a bit assertive because it's like I've been very patient and I don't want people to abuse my kindness. I have to be a little bit assertive. I'm like, hey, you have until this date to respond to me, because it's like now it's been a minute and you're dragging it, and I still this thing was still impacting me, this whole situation. I was like, this has to end. I was like, I still want to talk to you. I would appreciate it. Mind you, very nice, very professional. Like I literally proofread everything just to make sure I wasn't being too assertive, but like getting my point across. I'm like, hey, hope you're doing well. Would love to talk to you about the situation that happened. This is via iMessage, but I remember he did mention he's bad at iMessaging, like texting overall at times, and I get that happens. But then I would still see him post on Instagram from time to time. And at that time, when he's not texting, I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking, I'm thinking the worst is happening up to him. Because like, as anyone would, like, it's like, this person usually responds to you and they're not. You're thinking the worst of the worst is happening to them, and like, you're starting to panic. So then that happened. And I'm like, okay. I texted him then in June, no response. And then I was like, in July, texting him like, you have until this day. So I was like, okay. 2 weeks go by, nothing, but I'm still seeing you post on Instagram. And one thing about me, it's like, if you want to stop talking to you, if you just want things to end, just be upfront about it. So then I decided to DM him. So I'm like, because you're always on Instagram and you're watching my stories and everything, so I know you have some form of electronic on you, or at hand. So I know you're alive and everything's somewhat okay. And I sent him a text like, I DM like, hey, hope you're doing well. I've been trying to reach out to you. Hope everything's okay. I would still like to talk to you. If you don't talk to me after this, I will stop being friends. So things like, hey, hope you're doing well. I've been going through some stuff. I'm like, that's totally fine. I get it. We all have life. And at that time, I was going through some family stuff as well, but I still wanted to make the time to communicate and talk to him, because this situation really hurt me. And I was like, yeah, I understand. Are you free to talk today? Like, this time? He's like, yeah, message, and I quote, yeah, message me at 5. I'm like, this was like a Monday, mid-July. I'm like, perfect, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna message everything that I feel on. And this is why I don't like texting when something is so serious. And I should have said we should talk over the phone, but I wanted to respect that because he said message, and I said he was going through something, so I was like, okay, he probably will laugh it off, but oh, I'm so sorry, and clear it off. So, and thinking about this, and I still keep thinking about the situation, and it still hurts. And I've been better compared to the couple months, year and a half. But I messaged him everything that I felt at 5, explaining situation and what happened in my experience. And I mentioned, remember one of the things I said is like, if that's the case. So this is what I wrote when it was 5 o'clock. It was 5:05, and I wrote this to him. I said, I just want to say, I want to start off by saying I appreciate you reaching out. I don't want you to feel like my reaching out is a burden or you find it annoying. The reason why I'm reaching out is because I've been thinking about this whole situation all summer since graduation. I wanted to know if everyone in the program planned to sit together during graduation. If so, why was it? I said, if so, That means I'm not already accusing. I'm assuming and I'm asking for clarification. I said, if so, I wanted to know if everyone sat together. And if that's the case, why wasn't I informed? This really upset me because it made me feel left out and like everyone viewed me differently, and it hurt me. And I didn't hear anything from you and texting you all morning throughout graduation. I said, I felt betrayed by you because you were my closest friend in the program, and you said it yourself as well. I thought we had a genuine friendship. While I understand you're busy and you're in excitement graduation, I would love appreciate a text saying, hey, we're planning something, whatever. If not, whatever. If it was the other way around, I would have told you as soon as possible. I was like, imagine seeing that from my point of view. If I saw all my classmates sitting together in a different section, my closest friends at the same section, and I don't hear anything from you, I'm like, oh wow. And I don't hear anything from you, and I'm thinking in my head, and this is really what I was thinking throughout graduation in my head, I'm thinking, wow, he used me. Maybe he didn't want to be my friend in the first place. Which is why I wanted to reach out to you to hear your side of your story. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm assuming. And I said, I want clarification. And this is why. Because me assuming, I would not have reached out to you. But I know that's not the case. I want to make sure and give you the space to discuss this. And this is why I said, I want to talk to you about this. Right? This is me and my additional point. 24 hours goes by, and now I'm like getting angry. I'm like, listen, don't waste my time. So then I wrote in person's name, I understand you're busy, but this is actually disrespectful. I'm only asking 5 minutes of your time, which you're not helping me, which proves my theory that you're using me. Your communication style is completely different now. I can't keep you doing this cat and mouse game. I honestly wish you had a good summer and hope you find time to heal and work on yourself. Then he wrote, what do you mean using you, LOL cap? I never once asked you for anything or used you for anything. First of all, I never organized anything. I ran into someone else, I'm not saying the person's name, during graduation who ended up telling me to come sit with her and a couple of other friends, which is not the case. It was literally the whole class. The whole everyone who was in my department. I said, and then second of all, stop spamming me. Stop spamming me, LOL. I'm busy enough as it is with stuff I have going on. I honestly appreciate our friendship a lot, but this behavior is absolutely immature. And then I wrote, first of all, you need to watch your attitude. Your mind message has been clear and respectful. Spamming you, I gave you the chance to decline the conversation since Monday, but now that I bring up the situation, I'm spamming you. Yeah, no. And then he unfollowed me, and then I blocked him. And that just proves a lot. And like, I hate going back to reading it, but I need to just to get a clarification. But from there, I was like, oh wow, like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for money, which is not a lot for some people. I'm simply asking what happened. And the different outcomes for two different situations could be different. From part one, as you guys saw, a situation happened, a miscommunication happened, a misunderstanding happened, everything was handled correctly. But when I try speaking up or asking for clarification on something that impacted me, as a friend, as anyone's friend, I would have been like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, you're right. This is not my intention. This is what happened. It was just a misunderstanding. I'm sorry that I caused some, form of like pain. The fact that you were thinking about this all summer is heartbreaking as a friend, as any friend would have said. Like, imagine if my friend texted me that. As a friend, I would be crying and sobbing and feeling bad, because that's the last thing I would want to do for a friend, is make them feel bad. And I get people react differently, but it's the time you agree to have this conversation. And spamming it's like I'm texting you 50 texts within one day, and the side communication, it's very ironic because the person has done that, like, spam me throughout the day or throughout the time, and I haven't said anything. And I don't view, whenever I get a text or a notification from my friends, I find that it brings me joy. I never find it at spamming or annoying. Like, I love hearing from my friends. That means like they're spending time thinking of me, or like they thought of me through sending me this, or like they are aware of me. And I love getting notification, I love getting texts, I love getting messages, I love getting videos from my friends, because it just brings me joy seeing what they're thinking and like some of the things that they're happy about. You know what I mean? So for him to think that I was spamming him when I was reaching literally once a month, as any friend does, about situation when he has quote unquote spam me, but I don't find that annoying. It brought me joy whenever he would text, just as any other friend would. I was like, that's normally fine, but to him it was me being annoying, me being a burden. And to me, I'm like, damn, if I'm spamming him, do my other friends think that and they just didn't want to tell me? Like, the psychological burden this whole situation has had on me for the past till this day, and I've gotten better. And this is why the reason I'm doing this video, just to like let it out and just so I can like move on. But because I'm like, it opened a lot of like things for me. Like, do my other friends think the same way? Am I bothering them? Am I a burden? Do they find me annoying? Do they find me immature? And I've had my friends like, you're sure, like, no, they never find me immature, this and that. But like, it still is in the back of my head. I'm like, damn, do all my friends find me this way? But he was the one who just wants to just say and spit it out. Do they find me immature but just never had the guts to say it? Like, that's how deep in how my mind was running every day. Like, I couldn't, like, even like when explaining to my friends the situation, like, I would burst out crying. And I think the reason I was just annoyed and just tired of everything was because, like, the time span, like the friendship breakup, everything from like junior year to like grad school. I was like, damn, like, I'm seeing a pattern, I'm seeing a trend. I am the problem. Maybe I'm literally the problem of all the friendship. But I slowly had to like, no, like, people come in waves, and like, you weren't just meant to be with that friend for that person as a friend. Like, you will find your tribe, you'll find your group, which I've found my tribe and crew. But that's what's going on my deep inside of my head. Like, damn, like, am I not really a good friend? Like, it's just like, there's just people just sucking it up and dealing with me because they just feel bad. But yeah, that hurt me, like, literally months of getting, like, trying to get over it. Like, people I talk to know about, like, just like everything, like the whole situation, I expressed it, but I couldn't really focus. At that time, my family member was sick, and I was so focused on that situation. I was so mad, and part of me regrets not using that time to spend with that family member who ended up dying. And I'm looking back, I'm like, oh wow, all the moments I spent with my family member, like all the moments I spent being upset about that situation, I could have used it to spend it with my family member who, just to create more memories. But I didn't, because I was so mad and so depressed and so upset and was just over everything. But yeah, I just learned I needed time to just heal, because it really hurt. And it was just like, of all the things, and like hearing a common thing, I'm like, wow, maybe I am a problem, maybe I need to work on myself. But today, now I'm at a better place. But I also learned, like, I don't need to work on myself. I am who I am. That just shows a part of who I am, and I don't need to change myself for anyone. And my friends are, the friends who I have are incredible, and I know that they love every part of me. But at that moment, I've never thought of myself so low before. And it still impacts from what I think from time to time. Even when I'm texting my friends, I'm like, oh my god, I send them a text, am I spamming them? Am I doing too much? Like, I try not to be too of a burden. I still think about it from time to time, but I know, like after myself, like, listen, no. If it was a problem, these friends would communicate to you. They appreciate you as a person. They love you as a person. They wouldn't think less or more. But I have to remind that in my head. But I always feel bad. Like, I literally remember texting one of my friends, like, hey, I'm sorry, I keep texting you. They're like, stop apologizing. And I've been very fortunate to have those friends who I still have to care about me, because I know they did, because we've had disagreements, but the friends I still have, the way that we have connected and talked about disagreement has been very beautiful. And I think that's created our friendship even stronger. And I'm grateful for that. And I just focus on the people who I do have in my life. And of course, it's always gonna hurt. Like, always gonna think back. There's like memories. I'm like, oh, like, I try not to think about my grad school as much and like push it down. So I got a graduate, like, I have a master's, but every time I think about getting my master's, I always think about just the memories I've had. And like, I do have another friend who from the program who I talk to from time to time, and they're great, and I try to think about our fun memories, but it's hard when the other person is associated with it as well. I try to push a lot of my grad school memories down because I just don't want to think about just overall. And yeah, this story was just to provide advice and perspective, and just know, like, if you're in school and like, I know right now it's like finals week, if you're in school and like you're dealing with some friendship drama, just know if they're meant to be your friend, if this person was meant to be in your life, they will eventually come back. But sometimes an action or a comment can show you a lot of, can answer your question, shows you a lot of from your, like, a different perspective. Like, that situation showed me a lot, and just learn from it, and then whatever you decide to do from that afterward is totally up to you. Just know that you don't have to force yourself to be part of a friend if it's one way, like one-sided, or if you know, don't feel the same, like genuine. Like, don't force yourself. You will meet your people. You will meet friends who find joy every time you text them. You will meet friends who are like, I need to hang out with you every day, or like not every day, but like once a week. You will find friends who love just talking to you and like expressing their experience about life or work or personal hobbies or stuff that they're interested. Like, you will find those people that bring you joy and they make you laugh, and like whenever you're down, you just think of them. You'll find that it just takes time. And that's what I've learned. Like, building a good genuine friendship is a lifelong lesson, and it does take time. And don't be hard on yourself. But that's what I learned. But that's this week's video. I hope y'all liked it. I almost got emotional. I don't like that, showing my emotional side to y'all. That's the only first and last time you'll see that. But I'm joking. But I really do hope you guys learn from this. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh,